If you grew up in the United States, you've probably heard stories about leprechauns or small forest spirits that play tricks on those who wander too far into the woods. But in South America, there is a legend far darker and far less playful. Deep in the rural forests of Paraguay, Argentina, and Brazil, people speak of El Pombero, a silent night spirit who protects the wilderness, punishes the greedy, and never forgets a broken promise. El Pombero is a kind of goblin or forest spirit from Guarani mythology, deeply rooted in the cultural traditions of Paraguay, Argentina, and Brazil. He is described as short, stocky, and not particularly handsome, with shaggy hands and feet that allow him to walk without making a sound. His appearance is ragged, often wearing worn clothes, a straw hat, and sometimes carrying a small bag slung over his shoulder. He lives in the forest or in abandoned houses and travels mostly at night, moving silently through fields and villages. His presence is announced by a sharp whistle cutting through the stillness of the dark. Some say that if birds begin chirping nervously right after sunset, it is another sign that the Pombero is near. And if someone dares to imitate his whistle, he may answer back in a way that drives the listener nearly mad. To avoid offending him, people are warned never to whistle late at night or say his name out loud after dark, because that angers him. And when he is angered, he takes revenge. Usually, he is described as a mischievous goblin full of pranks. He may release farm animals from their pens, steal eggs, or frighten horses. But he can also become something far more dangerous. He is said to throw stones at people and terrify them relentlessly. He can turn invisible whenever he wishes, making his presence known only by the chilling touch of his hairy hands. A touch that sends a deep, paralyzing shiver through the body. He can slip through the smallest cracks, pass through a keyhole, run on all fours, imitate the songs of birds, especially nocturnal ones, mimic human whistles, snake hisses, and the howls of animals. The Pombero can become your greatest ally or your worst enemy, depending on how you treat him. Those who wish to have him on their side must leave offerings of tobacco, honey, or cane liquor. Farmers often ask him for favors, such as protecting livestock or helping crops grow in abundance. But there is a strict rule. Once you begin offering gifts, you must continue every single night for 30 days. If you forget even once, you risk awakening his fury. And if he turns against you, the forest itself becomes a trap. He will deceive you, leading you deeper into the wilderness until you lose your way. He may even cause strange and dangerous accidents inside rural homes, although modern versions often describe him as short and stocky. There are also older stories of a different Pombero, a tall and slender guardian spirit of birds who appears to young hunters in the jungle. In every version, however, one purpose remains constant. He is the protector of the forest and wild animals. He becomes enraged when hunters kill more than they need. When that happens, he can transform into an animal or even a plant, using trickery to lure the offender into the deepest parts of the woods, where they vanish without a trace. In some regions, he is also blamed for the birth of children conceived out of wedlock. According to the legend, he visits the homes of women who are alone at night. If they refuse to give him a cigarette and a bit of wine, he can touch their belly and leave them mysteriously pregnant. Over time, he has taken on many names depending on the region. Quarhu Yara, meaning Lord of the Sun; Karai Piare, Lord of the Night; Pomberito, Pirag, meaning hairy feet; and Cho Pombe. Even today, many claim to have seen the forest goblin with their own eyes. The legend of El Pombero endures as a warning: respect nature, keep your promises, and never assume the forest is empty. Because in the silence of the night, something may be watching.